Welcome to Matty Pool Presents, and this is my world. I'm rising to the top. As you can see, I haven't reached the very, very top of the world yet because I haven't won the world championship. But I believe in myself. I believe in myself. And you know, in order to believe in yourself, it's easy to say, but what you really need to do is be honest with yourself and be responsible with yourself so that you make the right choices and you don't keep on going and making the wrong choice. My message today is one that you've heard since the 1980s and even before. It's saying no to drugs. Ronald Reagan and his wife Nancy said it in the 1980s. And what we're talking about here is the legalization of drugs is becoming closer and closer, and what we need to do is use the time that we have to say no to drugs. Now, you can say that it's never going to happen, but the possibility is there, and the politicians and the corporations don't have us as number one. We have to look to ourselves. We need to be number one in our lives. We as a society need to take care of ourselves. If we're going to look to the government to take care of ourselves or the corporations to take care of us, we got to be responsible. We have to be honest. So how we do that? We have to be emotionally together. We need to be spiritually together. You know, it doesn't matter what religion you are, if you're a Christian, if you're Jewish, if you're Muslim, if you're Catholic, if you're Buddhist, it doesn't matter. We cannot be creating walls around ourselves. We need to go to the high God for inspiration, to give us the sense to say no to drugs, to give us the sense to be able to play a game of pool, to master. We have to rely on our skills. We have to rely on our skills and our abilities. We just cannot be happy-go-lucky gamblers. It's just not going to lead us to the right choice. So today I'm going to be playing a little bit of pool, talking to you a little bit about my message, and hopefully that we'll be able to understand a little bit more about what I'm talking about. What I'm playing today is a game of straight pool. You have your choice. Any ball you make, just like in life, you have your choice. You can make any choice you want to make. In straight pool, you make any choice. You're responsible for your choice. You have to be honest enough that you made the choice that you made. And you need to be able, say 9-ball. 9-ball is a game where you shoot the 1 ball and the 2 balls and the 3 ball and the 4 ball and the 5 ball and the 6 ball. The balls are your boss. In straight pool, you make the ball and the next ball is your choice. You're the boss, but how do you be a good boss? You have to be responsible. You have to be honest with yourself and accountable. You have to be accountable for your choices that you make in life. Just can't be lazy and lucky. Maybe you're sitting next to somebody watching the show. Just touch your nose if you think I'm crazy, or your earlobe, or your chin, or underneath your eye. Just let the person know next to you, nice and steadily, I think this guy's a little bit crazy.
There I am, playing the game I love. Matty Pool I am. Not quitting, practicing things that we love builds character. Perhaps I am escaping into the reality of a game, though trying one's best at the games one loves also builds character. Ronald Reagan himself said, "There is no amount of money that we can throw at the war on drugs to achieve victory. Victory depends on reducing demand." In the late 1980s, the war on drugs was America's #1 concern. Legalization will still help clean up the criminal justice system, let thousands of people out of jail, greatly reduce gang-related killings, including the killings of innocent people, and perhaps ruin the black market where drugs are sold at tremendous profit. However, the drugs that were being sold on the black market were not legalized to reduce cost and end the selling of illegal drugs, because those who argued against it successfully personalized our next door neighbor's children, and maybe even your own children's lives, being destroyed due to excess availability. 8 to 15% of those who use marijuana, ice, cocaine, and heroin get addicted. More availability means more people becoming addicted, even if it is through sheer ignorance. And I ask, what about those who were negatively impacted before they ever became addicted? Why should I care? Why not play the game I love even more with all the problems out there? The reason is we should all care. You might be asking, what about the deaths due to prescription drugs? Exactly. There is no way to reasonably predict what direction our politicians will lead our America, the land that we love. I'm not talking about worrying about the personal choices of others. I'm talking about using the time we have with a sense of urgency and reinforce, share, care about, tell about the challenging phrase, say no to drugs.
And so it is in the game of straight pool. That ball should have been over here for the next shot over there. That was a silly mistake. Anyways, excuse my mistake. I make lots of them, but one mistake I'm not making is doing drugs. Say no to drugs. Go back to the same old message that there was in the 1980s. Ronald Reagan was successful because he was personal. And what's happening here is we've lost that personal connection between government and people. We're so negative about the government and what they're doing. We're changing the government, and they're still not listening to us. But what he did was he personalized saying no to drugs, and so many people listened. And it's so many educational messages got through. But we need to continue that. We need to continue it, because the legalization of this marijuana and whatever else they start to legalize down the road is going to make things more available. And no matter what they say, go take a look at when they took away the prohibition from alcohol. It spiked. More people use alcohol. That means more people are going to use marijuana. Right? It's just common sense. And the more people that use it, the more people they'll use it because it's more available. That's what my message is. So, believe in yourself. If you've had trouble believing in yourself before, be honest with yourself. Mingle with people who do believe in themselves. Try to find things positive about people. And that'll bring you to a oneness in the universe just quite naturally, being positive with the different people that you meet with. In other words, people who you're positive with will be positive back. And that's another way for your universal awareness to grow, that there is a good part of the universe that's part of God. That's part of us all, and we don't need to be drawn in and sucked into all of these other problems. No, we need to try to master what we're doing and bring people to us. We need to understand that people need understanding, but we need to bring people to us. So that's Matty Pool's message, and I hope you understand what I'm talking about. So, why do I care? I don't have any kids. Why do I don't have any kids. At school, I'm a teacher, but I don't have any kids. And if you wanted to play a game of pool, if even we played for a penny, I'd try my best to beat you. So why am I sharing? I'm sharing because it's up to us as a society, each one of us, to take care, and even if the message has been out for 20 years and more, to say no to drugs. So what are we talking about? Decriminalizing it, make it a DUI? These people won't be able to pay the $10,000, and then they'll be going into jail anyway, even if you give them a chance with decriminalizing. And even if they're caught and then they go off the street, they'll be replaced as long as there's a black market and a cartel. So how do you win? It's up to us as people to say no to drugs. Hey, maybe you're sitting next to somebody watching the show. Just touch your nose if you think I'm crazy, or your earlobe, or your chin, or underneath your eye. Just let the person know next to you, nice and silly, I think this guy's a little bit crazy. Well, I'll tell you one thing. You may think I'm crazy, but I'm not high.